Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rise Nyarlathotep, where we tell people what to do. Uh, we are ready to live our fancy lives and just see what the hell is going on, what weird songs we bring to the table today, and what shenanigans our characters will go up to. But before we jump into all this, I will introduce myself. My name is Lucas. My pronouns are he, him. We'll go over to Ian.
Hi, everybody. It's been brought to my attention that my workplace did a bad thing to me today. And I really didn't consider it that until now. Tell people when you're going to paint your walls. That's a nice courtesy to have. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing Weary, whose pronouns are they, them. They are an artificer tiefling, currently very happy and nothing better happened to them, hanging out with their ex, but not really ex anymore, if that isn't the gayest sentence I've ever said about Weary. Following up, I'm also playing Drink Frosty, who is best characterized by like a nice warm laughter followed by like a fun little statement about the state of the world, and they are a bird person. And that is most of what they do. They hang out and they try to make peace between all these kooky kids. And that is Drink Frosty, the bird person. His pronouns are he, him. And we're in high bird society, baby.
And Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. I'm very tired today. It's been 8 hours of professional development hell. I'm tired. My pronouns are she, they. I am playing our favorite MB baby, Alora, whose pronouns are they, them. And I'm also playing my trumpeter swan character, Eliandra Swan, whose pronouns are also they, them. You know what? Their motives are still to be determined. We're just living life at this point. We're just here. We're coasting. We're chilling.
That's what rich people get to do. Jess is not here right now. She's currently recovering from COVID, but I believe in the chat I do see. And we will go over to Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I am playing TK37, the telekinetic goblin super soldier who is not telekinetic right now and very bummed out. I am also playing Delata Didgeridoo, the Baroness socialite, and all three of us are she, her, because I did not spend 20 years depressed and confused to not play girls.
And Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason. I'm playing Kratok, the simply superb Plumerian bard, as well as Rip Talon, the badass power bird from the streets of Saria.
Alrighty, before we hop into all this, if you want some good sound effects, some good music, some just jaunty tunes, head on over to Sirenscape, turn your place into the speakeasy you always dreamed of. Have that secret room, open up the fridge. What's in there? Hidden speakeasy. Check out our Just Doctor Work episodes for that fun moment. We even had the Sugar Man, people melted, there's, hand-holding operation game, everything. But anyways, head on over to Sirenscape, live your dreams. We are also sponsored by Roll20. That's right, everyone. You want to be playing online games? You want to be like, I want to play Dungeons & Dragons or whatever TTRPG that my mind has drifted towards. But I hate leaving my house, or it just doesn't really work the schedule with my friends. Great news. Everyone's playing online anyways, so you might as well too. Head on over to Roll20, set up your maps. They got dice, everything's set up. All you need to bring is your mind. Alrighty. Last time on Rise Nyarlathotep, our heroes had a beautiful time, kind of. So we had some lovely moments. TK was still reeling from being called a small disabled boy multiple times, and so she was just sort of down with some Kilgrogs, dealing with Cliff, having a hard time, almost flipped a platter of food and just stormed off. Weary continued to have a wonderful experience in Plumeria, and everything is going swell. And Kratok, meanwhile, had joined a secret society in Plumeria and learned that they have been actually fighting against the cult of true chaos. And they were thrilled to hear what the randos have been up to and the great leaps they have made, and wanted to throw their support behind Kratok. And we also came back to there. Alora was spending some time with Bradley. Bradley was being really sweet between, causing a little bit of chaos here and there. And after everybody got together, you all went for dinner, and it was the Kyle beatdown session, where everyone just yelled at Kyle, made fun of Kyle, poked at Kyle, and Kyle just kept trying to swipe back. An invincible, annoying little thing, but Kyle is still around, still wearing different clothes every 2 hours. You all had retired to your rooms for the evening, but before that, Alora went to go see TK. They had a bit of a heart-to-heart that ended in an argument because they just couldn't see eye to eye while TK was really just going through the motions of all this. And Alora was asked to leave. Alora, you had left to your room, found Bradley just running around trying to draw on really expensive old paintings, and everybody went and you had a relaxing sleep. The morning woke up, you heard the off-key trumpet of Dudley Flufffeathers, and you heard that beautiful tale, the wonderful song from the Earth music. So the morning light glints through these closed blinds, feebly attempting to keep the day at bay. As each of you awake and stretch, greeting the new day, you listen to the words of Dudley Flufffeather as he describes the Earth music once more. We leave each of your chambers as you begin to get ready for your day and fly throughout the hallways leading to the master bedroom of Lord and Lady Crestfeather. A sleep-deprived and defeated Lord Crestfeather sits at the bedside of his wife. She is tossing and turning, speaking in her sleep. A pelican Plumerian doctor stands by Lord Crestfeather's side and places a taloned hand on his shoulder. He says some words of reassurance, but they fall into deaf ears as his husband is looking down troubled. The doctor speaks to some of the staff and leaves the room, looking confused and worried as he hauls his bag, trying to leave the Crestfeather estate. We see the serving staff moving throughout the house in a synchronized movement, their winding clocks, dusting off pieces of art, replacing flowers, and setting the table for breakfast for the nobles of Plumeria. The transformation of these rooms are as though they come through in a sweeping gesture of a sea of servants. You each come down for breakfast and are seated as food is brought about to each of you. And all of you see, just at the last moment, a doctor hauling a bag and going out the front door. So you're all at breakfast, everyone's there. You don't see the hosts of the house, you don't see their children or anything like that, but you do see everyone else is there, just scarfing down food. Paloma is weirdly staring at their food and looking up at everyone and smiling. TK, would you have come down for breakfast?
Yeah, she did not eat last night because Laura said that the cake was probably poison, and she's kind of pissed off that Laura would bring her poison cake. But so yeah,
it was just an excuse to talk to you.
Is this happening in the game right now?
No, TK isn't saying anything. She isn't even looking at Laura. She's just sitting down and eating and just kind of staring blankly forward. She is wearing that a fancy jumpsuit that Glyph made.
Oh. I think noticing some tension and Weary being in a generally good mood, which means they're more liable to put their foot in their mouth. They just kind of very bluntly go, "Oh, TK, what a very nice jumpsuit. I haven't seen you in a couple of days."
Thank you. I've been around.
Cool. I was worried you might have been doing some sort of clandestine work that I wasn't told about because I've been distracted.
Yeah, That's what I do. I sneak around, kill people.
I meant like
that's what
I
do. That's
knew
how
it.
am.
I was
I'm-
telling everyone that yesterday.
I meant information gathering. And I think Paloma just goes, but we kill people too. It's like not a.
I destroy the soul metaphorically.
Yeah, then you did stab that guy on the way here though.
But were they a person?
Oh, I mean, they do count as less of a person because of their socioeconomic status.
Right.
But they were technically, like their heart was beating and they could say words. Their words just don't matter.
Right,
because
but
they're
you could
blood.
say the same thing about a tree.
Oh yeah, but trees can't talk until they can, and then I scream.
I still remember that Christmas.
Yeah, this body does too.
What?
What?
Oh, Paloma, you're such a hoot.
So funny.
That was
Because-
all joking. We were joking about everything.
I
Hypothetical.
did stab someone here though.
TK is glaring and she is gripping a knife very, very tightly right now.
I think we just kind of like lets the topic drop.
Yeah, all the other
Yeah.
nobles at there. You have Melodious there with Henrietta, and they're looking really uncomfortable. This discussion of like, oh, we're just murdering people. And all.
Delano looks pretty unfazed.
Delata, I would like you to roll something for me.
What am I rolling?
Roll me a wit.
Where is my thing? What? Alright, so that's a 7.
You're not sure who, but that smell is in this room. That smell that you were smelling before. It is in this room and it's not far. So it's at this table.
She is going to start looking around at each of the guests, trying to figure out who she hasn't been introduced to yet. Which I would assume is one of these adventurers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would know all the nobles already.
Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry, but I don't think that we've had the pleasure of being introduced. I am Baroness Delata Didgeridoo, and she holds out her hand to just their side of the table. See who takes it.
Where he looks around, like unsure of what to do with a hand on the other side of the table, and just kind of passes the salt. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. And she just sets it down directly below.
And I'd look for Glyph for like a thumbs up, like I'm doing it. I'm doing the high society, and Glyph isn't there, so he just looks around.
You do see near the front door, Glyph
Oh.
is excitedly talking to Twillia
Okay.
as Glyph has, one arm holding the bag and Twillia's
Yeah.
getting the door as they're leaving.
Nice. Okay. In that case, I flash a little thumbs up.
They try to
And
flash a thumbs up to you, but they do just have the one arm at the moment, so they
That's,
kind
that's
of
true.
like,
They can't.
they're dropping a bit of
but
stuff. and-
so yeah,
is
whenever.
is handing salt a custom of your people?
Oh no, I thought you needed some
I need salt.
for your. Oh, when you're done.
Delata briefly just twitches as she hears that voice.
Is he under the table?
No, I think Alora it's day 3, so Alora has managed to get Bradley to sit at the table.
Nice.
But definitely the fingers are slowly growing towards where the salt is.
I was just trying to be polite, but I think when we're both done with the salt, Bradley could probably also use the salt.
Well, around here we shake hands.
Oh, I thought you did something beyond that. Like something extra, like a secret handshake.
Well, with commoners, we try to keep it a little bit casual.
Oh,
Don't want to
that's
spook them too bad.
right. Uh-huh. How are handshakes scary again?
Because of the germs, dear.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. There's lots of them.
As she turns to Alora, and you are?
This whole time, Alora's just been like staring at their plate. That's empty, and it's just like moving around air food, like it's just trying to fake that they're there. Huh? What?
What's your name, dear?
Alora.
And Delata holds out her hand to Alora.
And I just kind of like, eh. Nice to meet you.
She gives a brief shake, and then she pulls her hand away. One of her talons briefly just nicks Alora's hand. Oh, I am terribly sorry. You all have such soft skin.
I've had worse. It's okay.
And she is going to take one of the napkins and wipe the blood off.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime.
Bradley has now gotten the salt.
Nice.
And it slinks back at a very rapid rate. Bradley's trying to like take the cap off to get at the salt.
I help him.
Thank you. And then they just start pouring the salt back.
Like into their mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you needed electrolytes so badly, Bradley.
Oh, this is the worst. Oh no!
You should probably stop pouring
Everyone
that.
was putting it on their food. I thought it was gonna be good.
Yeah, it's like a little bit goes a long way. Have you ever heard that saying? I know you're like
No.
a week old, so the likelihood is low. That's
Alora's just gonna kind of like annoyingly like it's predictable here and just like gives Bradley like a glass of water. Wash your mouth out. It'll be a lot easier if you just use the water and like swish it around in your mouth a little bit, and then swallow it. Do not spit it out.
They were like almost ready to spit it out, and then like you see what they drink the whole cup of water, and like their cheek expands, and then the next cheek expands, and it's going back and forth, and then they swallow it, and it's like a cartoonish lump as it's going down. I did it.
There you go. Go back to eating.
Where did you get that?
I think drink.
I want one of those.
Yeah, drink kind of steps in like, I imagine where people get all sorts of weird children. The orphanage or orphanarium if you're nasty.
Oh, I thought it was maybe the Arcanium. Everything's strange there.
They have some top tier orphanariums there, I'll tell you what.
No. This is, well, I guess quite literally, my own flesh. Like this is my.
Like you grafted your flesh, and you
Kind
got a base template orphan.
Kind of, yeah.
You put
You
your
could say
flesh
that.
on them.
It's like you have a mold like for a cookie. And
Right.
then you put the thing in the mold and it grows into the child.
See, now I would have assumed that they had a baby of some sort when somebody says this is of my flesh, but that's just me.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I mean, I came from an egg, so.
Well, no. Not necessarily. Bradley's sort of an enigma and an entity unto themselves. There was magic involved, and
Well, there's always magic involved.
No, not like that. But anyway, long story short, Bradley showed up with us after we got not reincarnated, but revived. And I just look at Weary like, right? That's the word I'm looking for, right?
Yeah, I would suppose that you were dead and now you are not. So we did that.
After I killed us all. TK just like stabs one of the still living bugs with a fork.
Weary takes one that's shaped like a tater tot and just like puts it in their mouth. Mm-hmm. Yep. Although there's more to it than that. There were a lot of extenuating circumstances. I don't think anyone fully blames you, TK.
Mm-hmm. Skylin, the macaw plumerian, they're looking like between all of you. I always thought adventuring was just so neat. I didn't realize that you're just going around dying all the time and you just get better.
There are high costs to dying all the time and getting better.
Oh, like gold.
No, they're like spiritual, existential costs.
Okay, fun.
Okay. It's clearly a person who's never had to make a single sacrifice in their life. Yeah,
Not in the
okay.
slightest. You see,
Yeah,
like
just
the clothing they're wearing, it is absolutely lavish. There, and they're probably like a young adult for a plumerian. They're like around 17 or so.
Okay.
So breakfast finishes up, and the plates are cleared, and people are starting to disperse from the table. Some of them are, talking amongst one another. Is there anything any of you would like to do with either of your characters?
Talk is going to study the situation to see if he would notice that something's up with the crest feathers.
Yeah, definitely.
Delana's
Boy.
going to slip off to her room to check something.
Okay, perfect. So Kratok, what did you get?
It's an 11.
11. All right, you get to ask 2 of the following questions.
What is happening here?
It's definitely odd that the crest feathers aren't here, and with the combination of seeing a doctor slip out, you're guessing that someone in the family is sick, and it must be fairly serious if the whole family's attending that situation.
And I guess the other question is, what is being hidden from me?
When you were there at dinner or at breakfast and everyone was conversing, some people were a little more quiet than others. Kyle just really seems like he's intentionally trying to get your attention. And you're not sure why, but it definitely there is it's more than just the needy child, give me attention. It's there's intent behind it. And you're not sure what it is, though. But it's more than just Kyle being a bit of an ass.
Kratok kind of stands up quickly at the table, sort of like a cold sweat. I don't want to alarm anyone, but has anyone seen Lord Crestfeather this morning? Something really wrong is happening, I think.
Yeah, now I am alarmed. What do you think's happening?
Well, we saw that doctor slip out
We did?
earlier. Or maybe you didn't. I sure did. And I haven't seen or heard anything from them all morning. It's very out of character.
And all the nobles, you can tell that there's that trait of nobility that they don't notice people around them, like the help. So they didn't even notice the doctor go by, but you're all used to trying not to die and have people try not to kill you, so. Well, I suppose we can ask one of the staff here if you like. Where's the one named Servant Boy? They were helping me. Hey, it's me. I'm Servant Boy. How's it going? Yeah, I'm here to help.
This is out of character. Is that first name servant, last name boy?
No, it's all one name.
Oh, okay.
They're like-
so it's like
it's
a
like Cher.
title. Yeah, it's like Cher.
Douglas
Beyonce.
Yeah, it's me, Servant Boy. How's it going? I live the dream.
Servant Boy, we should go check on Lord Crestfeather. and
Oh,
the
we've
other
already heard
Crestfeathers.
from Lord Crestfeather. Don't you worry. We're just here to make sure everyone's happy, everything's taken care of. Yeah. So if there's anything I can help you with, Sir Krataki, please let me know. Right now, they're just retired to their chambers at the moment.
Did they mention why?
It is not
It's
my job
morning.
to ask. I'm afraid not.
I don't know. I think I should go check on them. Do you
Would
want to
you-
come with?
Would you like me to go ask if they could perhaps grant an audience?
I don't even know if there's. Well, okay, fine. If you want to ask, I think I should go anyways. But
Okay. Certainly, sir. Come along. And you are led off. How about the rest of you? So Delata had rushed off to her room. Gratok is heading out. Bradley is drinking a lot of water.
Laura's kind of just watching Bradley, and I wanted to roll. Where'd it go? It kind of just like watching, so I guess like study a situation.
Sure.
It's not like a dire need, but I want to basically see if I can at least see Kratok, or is it like, was all of that in front of us, or was that off to the side?
Yeah, Kratok definitely
He's right at the
wasn't
table.
trying to hide anything, I don't think.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like study the situation, and I got a 14.
All right. 2.
Okay, dice. And Laura really is just trying to figure out more of like what's like watching the body language of Servant Boy and
Okay.
how the others are shifting, like whoever knows what's up in the room, like just like scanning and really just seeing. So it's like who does know what's going on?
It's a little bit of like what's being hidden from me.
Yeah, like
with
what's
them.
being hidden from me, or who besides like the Crestfeathers, but like who is hiding something that like would probably be like the easiest target.
So yeah, well, when the servants, because there's a few of them, like, you know, there's a lot of people to serve, and there's like some attendants that are like standing there waiting, like in case you need anything. And it seems like when Kratok was asking about seeing the family, they definitely tensed up a bit, and that's why it was kind of a little bit of pushback of like, well, maybe I'll go ask them first, kind of thing. And so you definitely picked up there's definitely a tense atmosphere with whatever's happening with the head family.
Mm-hmm.
You ask one more if you'd like.
Who has the weakest position?
Looking-
of question. Like, so like,
Yeah, looking at like the nobles, because you already know how all the randos stand with this situation. But looking towards all the nobles, it definitely feels like Skyland is probably the weakest link out of everyone. They're very young. They just have the title of honorable. They come from a smaller house, and they were invited here as like a family friend kind of thing.
okay. Bradley,
What?
let's go get you changed into some
Armor.
mischief clothes.
All right.
I have a thing for you to do.
And they kind of like ooze out of their seat, and then as they're walking, you can tell like there's a little bit of like, you know, a little jiggle to them because they drank so much water, and their body can just expand and shift as they're marching along with you, and you can hear the water as they're going.
Yeah, so like once we get into the room,
Just poke them with a little needle just to let out some of the water.
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, you see those bushes over there?
Yep.
Now you can spit the water out.
Bradley goes and makes their mouth into this long little like whistle, and then just starts shooting out water in like little bursts just for fun. They're trying to hit like insects and stuff in the air.
I'm just picturing it like one of those sprinklers, you know.
Yeah. Our
Yep.
precious little modular boy.
There's a moose that comes by, it lays down to get some of that water.
Bradley,
Yep.
I need you to do some sneaking today. Can you do that?
Do I have to kill anything again? Because Glyph was all about killing. And I was like, hey, I'll do it. But it wasn't my idea.
Wait, who the fuck did?
Glyph just
Bradley.
then go make like a sticky mess.
Oh, I was like, who did Bradley kill?
Bradley killed someone's pet.
He's like a week
Oh.
old.
We'll talk about that later. I need you to see what's going on with the crest feathers. Did you see that there was some funky things happening at breakfast?
Yeah.
Kratok needs help.
A person stole your blood.
No,
What
silly,
the
no.
fuck?
I need you to listen to people or just talk to them. See if you can bother them.
I'll turn into a
telling
bird.
You. You can do that?
Yeah.
No. I don't know why I should. I probably shouldn't be surprised at this point.
So-
Do whatever you must, but don't get caught.
Oh.
Before we go to bed tonight, I need to know what's going on with the crest feathers and why Kyle and Paloma are really here.
Okay.
You can make Kyle and Paloma's rooms even more sticky if you want. You can make it a little fun for yourself.
Kill one of the servants and put them on the walls.
No, we're not killing. Just go raid the kitchen for some jams or something and throw them on their bed
Oh,
cover.
that's weird.
Oh, they all died.
All right. Is it going now?
I think OBS is just fighting you.
Crash. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, stream
There we
crashed,
go.
but we're back.
Is it live now?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sorry about that, everyone. OBS is being weird, as it is.
And we have captions back. Yay!
There we
Hey,
go. Problem solved.
look at that. All you needed to do was crash OBS, and you too can have captions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you asked Bradley to go make a mess, get some jams and that. So Bradley goes to the balcony of your room and just gets onto the edge railing there. They hold out their arms and you watch as their arms start shrinking into their body, their face starts elongating, a beak is forming, and they jump in the air and they go, magic! And you see a splat as there's this inside-out bird just flapping away.
Oh, those are canon though. Those exist.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're in the
despite all
warped
odds, they
woods,
can
yeah.
fly. Yeah.
And so you just hear this wet, flapping wings leaving the vicinity.
It's always hard when they leave home.
And like from there, Alora is just gonna be like, oh, okay. And just like proceed to just like get ready, like take a minute, like in the room, just kind of like
As terrible
not hurriedly getting ready, but like definitely just like getting ready.
as terrible as Bradley's transformation was, Alora, you did notice that definitely was a use of like wild shape, something that you have.
It's got a little baby druid level. That's so cute.
They are my child. Of course they do.
Little precious little
Right.
flesh child.
So casual about that.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the dining room before we head over to Kratok. So TK, you are there. Weary and Trust are there. They're standing close together, kind of they like keep smiling at each other when they think like they're not in the middle of a conversation, but you're standing there just like staring at them.
TK is opening random cabinets in the dining room, trying to find the booze cabinet.
TK. I feel like I've been a little distracted lately, and I should probably introduce you to Trust so you don't think I'm being like spirited away by a handsome stranger or murdered or
I'm a
under a
handsome
spell.
stranger.
You're not a stranger. This is my ex, not anymore. Maybe we're working that part out. This is my partner, Trust. I thought Trust was dead or gone or out of my life forever. So this has been a nice surprise.
It's a pleasure to meet you, TK. I've heard a lot about you.
Real quick, has TK found any booze?
You've managed to, as much as like servants are trying to stop you, and you're just kind of like moving them away or like ducking between legs. You come back with like a bottle of sherry, and they have those tiny little cups. And so you just kind of like, you first poured like one and you drank it, and you just put the cup down and you just walked over with the bottle.
Yeah. She takes a swig of this bottle and kind of looks Trust up and down. Are you gonna be a problem?
No, ma'am.
Good.
Did I do something to upset you?
No. Not yet.
Okay.
Weary lets go of like a lot of tension. Just like,
Trust is like just like kind of looking around, like, oh no, I already pissed off one of Weary's friends.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, we were gonna go out, have a nice walk. Would you want to join us?
It's probably better than being in here.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't know. Ever since we got out, I've been a little bit worried about you, but I know you'll talk about it when you're good and ready.
Why is everybody worried about me? Why does everybody want me to talk? I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's okay.
That's like what I said. You'll talk about it when you're ready.
Nothing to talk about. Let's go.
All right.
You're like
Well,
waving
she's
this bottle of sherry around.
Yeah. She's spilling it on the floor.
At the breakfast table, just.
Weary goes over to drink and grabs like some mugs and gives TK a mug to hold rather than the bottle.
She just holds it. She doesn't pour any into the mug.
Asked to take the bottle to pour into the mug.
It's fine. I'll do it.
Right.
She's definitely not doing it.
I was gonna say we could either use our brain powers, but we can't use them anymore. I suppose that'll heal soon, but again, I've never come back from the dead twice, so I'm not really sure of the setup.
My brain power is just fine. Everybody keeps doubting my fucking brain power. My brain power is doing
Wait,
great.
really? Yours works?
Yes, it's fine.
Mine hasn't worked since we left.
We don't need to worry about it.
Oh, I'm glad.
There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, if anything horrible happens.
You know, I did not lose my one useful fucking skill in this group.
Oh, there's a servant with sherry. May I have some? Top me off, please, little servant.
Right.
And Kyle holds out a tiny glass towards you.
Is it Kyle?
TK just turns and her eye is narrowed, very thin.
Oh, what a pretty eye. Now please pour it in my glass. It's the tiny one in my hand.
Sure. She's
the help they hire here. Give me the bottle, jeez.
She raises a hand towards Kyle, and like a bunch of like heavy metal music is playing. There's visions of blood spraying and explosions. Look at the flaming chainsaw sword flies out from behind her back along with arc blade. She's cackling and just murdering everyone and everything in this fucking building, and then it just zooms back and her ears are bleeding and she's just holding a hand out at Kyle.
I don't shake hands of the help. I'll just take that bottle from you, pour myself a drink.
Kyle, you know who we are. We dropped an airship
Oh my
on your
God!
mom.
What? Don't startle. I can't keep track of all of you.
We dropped an airship on your mom. You know who we are.
You did that?
Yes.
That was hilarious. Oh
I'm sure you thought it was really
good.
funny.
It was
You
so good.
strike me as someone who has an unhealthy relationship with your mother.
I got along fine with Mother.
I don't believe you.
Probably you probably kiss your mom.
Well, my mother does show affection from time to time. It's rare, but it happens. Like Christmas.
I also don't believe you.
You bet.
I'm sorry. Young lady, you're bleeding out of your ears and it's going on this beautiful carpet.
It's fine, I'm fine. I
That's
wanted
not,
to do that.
That's not what ear bleeding people say. They usually go,
takes
what
a,
did you
a
say?
handkerchief. Yeah, where he takes a handkerchief and just like gives it to TK to dab at the ears.
It's gross.
She throws the handkerchief. Fine.
What is with this one? What are you doing here? You're
I
just
hate you.
Why are you talking to us like we have a prior relationship?
We've been friends for ages. Since I came here 2 days ago.
You've just inserted yourselves into conversations. That's not what a friendship is, Kyle.
I'm sorry, that's how I've made all my friends.
Kyle, I don't think you have friends. And I would like to use one of the abilities in this game
Yeah.
to tell Kyle he doesn't have any friends.
Classic.
Classic. Hey, this game is basically like high-class bullying simulator, and I love that. I'm going to use... Oh god, what are these abilities called? It's act in a precarious situation, right?
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, you're gonna go
this is
toe-to-toe
a
with Kyle
scathing.
again.
This is a scathing observation. I don't know if how much I want to extend it, but this is a scathing observation. I don't think you have friends.
All right. That is rolling plus insight.
All right, I got an 8.
So on an 8, you do 1 harm to their goodwills. They that hits them. Oh. Yeah. Well, at least I'm not going around murdering entire places. Like, what do you even do? You trying to be an adventurer? You're more like mass murderer.
I was trying to run from my relationship, if I'm being honest, but I'm a little over that right now.
People don't kill villages to get away from a bad breakup. And then you went right back to it. Weary, I need you to roll to keep your composure.
I bet.
TK is shaking right now.
Oh,
DK,
no.
you can as well. Roll to keep your composure.
Oh no, Grace, the thing Weary has 0 of? That's Snake Eyes.
TK is great at all of this. Nope.
Yep.
So,
Nope, I got a 2.
Weary, you take 2 to your goodwill.
Ouch.
As you're hit with this, and TK, you take 1 to your goodwill as you're just losing it. You are done with this situation, and TK, you start feeling like this ringing going in your ear as you're holding onto this bottle, and you're starting to lift it up. Is there anything you think you would do? A small part of you is realizing you're about to give in to anger.
I think that TK, she lifts the bottle and her eye is twitching. Her ear is just bleeding even more now. And she's got this just horrible scowl across her face. And she just she's about to throw the bottle at Kyle, but instead she thinks, no, Glyph doesn't want me to do that. Glyph wants me to play nice. So she just glares and says, I don't like you.
Well, you're impossible to like. And they throw their drink in your face.
Weary's whole body is tense.
Yeah, I think no matter what, that's just automatic. TK is just lunging at Kyle, just teeth first, and just try to bash him with the bottle.
So we'll leave you in this scene as you tackle this person who 100% deserves it. And we go over to Kratok. Kratok, you are going up the stairs. You're following servant boys. They're leading you. You're seeing these beautiful pictures that are painted of the different families of like the wedding for Lord and Lady Crestfeather. And you go up to they have you wait a few doors down, like, probably like 10 feet away from the door as they go, and they knock on the door, and it slightly opens, and they're whispering at the moment. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're waiting a little bit of ways?
Not really. Kratok's just sort of anxiously awaiting. He knows something's kind of weird, and he's just hoping that he'll get some kind of reply here.
So it takes probably about 2 minutes. The door closes, and they're just like the servant's just kind of smiling at you, like, oh, just a moment, as you're waiting. And coming out of the room, you see Lord Crestfeather. They're wearing like just a coat over. It looks like they've just really quickly got dressed. Their clothes are a little disheveled, which you've never seen before like this. Their feathers are a little bit puffed out, like they haven't properly preened in the morning. Kratok, could you join me in my room over here?
Oh, of course. Then Kratok sort of sidles over.
And you both enter into another, like a study that Lord Crestfeather has set up here. And the door is closed behind you. It's just you two in the room. The walls have a number of bookshelves that are lined up. You see that a lot of the books in here all just seem to go around like economics, like, the art of business and trade and that kind of stuff, and as well as a lot of information on the different countries. And Lord Crestfeather gestures to an overstuffed chair as they take a seat in one.
Kratok sits down in the other.
Can I offer you I know it's not proper, but I'm going to be having a drink. Can I offer you one?
Of course, I'll join you. What's going on, Lord Crestfeather?
It's strange. It's never happened before, but I suppose you're okay to talk to about this. You're dealing with it yourself. Some of my family has come down with the birdsong, the affliction of it. Not just the regular birdsong, but more. The nightmares, the hallucinations while they're awake.
Kratok just kind of looks down at his feet. I'm so really sorry to hear that that's happened.
I don't know what to do. They're tieflings. This shouldn't be happening. My family should be safe from this. The birdsong affliction has never affected our family before, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to put all this on you. It's just the doctor doesn't even know what to do.
I never thought about that. They should technically be immune, but well, this might be the first time in history we could do something about it.
You're right. You're right. I was up all night. It happened in the middle of the night. Suddenly, we were awoken, and my son was screaming in the middle of their sleep. Their room wasn't far from us, so we rushed over there, and then when I came back to the room, my spouse as well, tossing and turning, stuck in this endless nightmare.
I think.
How do you handle all of this, Kratok?
Well, prior to the promise of the cure that I brought here, it's just been family, you know? Sort of strengthening your bonds with everyone who you have and who's doing well. And, you know, my mother and my grandmother were very strong and very supportive of my siblings and me when they came down with the birdsong. And that helped a lot.
I wish I was closer to my family. When I got married, there was just the desire